Okay class, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to another one of my videos. So today we are going to learn about perfect tense plus for and since. Okay, for this topic you can refer to your textbook page 86. So perfect tense, if you remember previously, you have learned about perfect tense. It is when you write about something that happened in the past but has an effect in present time. Okay, so dia punya format dia have or has depending on the subject, is it singular or plural, plus past participle, and then the rest of your sentence. So if you don't remember what is perfect tense, you can check back on some of my previous videos. So without further ado, let's look into it. Okay class, so let's look at into perfect tense, present perfect plus for and since. Okay, so we use for and since with the present perfect to talk about a period of time up to the present. Okay, so kita gunakan for and since ni kita bila kita nak bercakap tentang period of time daripada waktu tu hingga sekarang. So we use for. Okay, we use for when we are talking about the length of time. Okay, kita akan gunakan for bila kita bercakap tentang period of time, jangka masa, berapa lama Okay, contohnya dekat sini, I've been in the team for 3 years. Saya telah berada di dalam pasukan selama 3 tahun. So, in a nutshell, in a way, we are saying that for ni adalah untuk kita cakap tentang berapa lama. Okay, we use since when we state the starting point of the period of time up to the present. Okay, kalau kita nak bercakap tentang bila, okay, dalam waktu dalam jangka masa tu bila okay, tahun ke sejak bila kan, kita akan gunakan since, sejak. Okay, for example, I've been in the team since 2012. Okay, saya telah berada dalam pasukan sejak tahun 2012. I've been in the team since I was 13. Okay, saya dah berada dalam pasukan sejak saya berumur 13 tahun. Okay, so since is for sejak. Okay, sejak bila. Right, so you have to remember ya. Okay, we used to lagi sekali saya nak ingatkan, for kita gunakan for untuk bercakap tentang berapa lama, how long it was. Okay, and we use since when we are talking about a starting point, sejak bila. Okay, let's check out exercise 1. Okay, so in exercise 1, okay, you have to study the table. Okay, complete the sentences with for or since. Look at the article on page 85 to check your answer. So, awak boleh buka muka surat 85 sebab dalam tu ada jawapan dia. Okay, tapi before you do that, try to do this on your own. Question number 1, superstitions have been part of sport. It began. Okay, so number 1, we are talking about a starting point. Okay, sejak bila. Okay, number 2, some footballers have worn the same pair of socks many weeks. Okay, so number 2, we are talking about a period of time. Okay, try to think a bit. Try to think about the answers before you move on. So pause the video now. Okay, if you haven't had the answers yet, pause the video now and try to think about the answers, and then you can continue. Okay, you can also check the answer in page 85. Okay class, these are the answers for exercise 1. Okay, number 1, superstitions have been a part of sport since it began. Okay, since jawapannya mesti since because it is a starting point. Number 2, some footballers have worn the same pair of socks for many weeks. So number 2, we are talking about a period of time. Okay, so saya harap this is a tip of the iceberg. Okay, ini baru sikit. Okay, kita akan tengok lebih banyak lagi in the next exercise, but I really hope that you are able to get these both answers correct. Okay, let's look at the next one. Okay, for the next one, okay, exercise 2, copy the table into your notebook, complete it with the time expressions in the box. Okay, so when we are writing present perfect plus since of 4, we normally use time expression. Okay, kita gunakan time expression ni macam dia macam perkataan yang melambangkan masa ataupun waktu. Okay, so kalau since, okay, kita akan gunakan a certain time expressions yang melambangkan starting point, pointnya bila. Okay, kalau for, kita akan gunakan time expressions yang melambangkan jangka masa. Okay, so there are several phrases here. Okay, 2 hours dengan yesterday has been crossed out because it's already been determined. For yesterday is for since, and 4 is 2 hours is for 4. Okay, so you need to determine the rest of it. 5 minutes, last week, a few days, 10th June, many years, 1995, my birthday, she was a student a long time. Okay, so you need to determine these phrases. Dia pergi kat mana? Satu, is it for since or for 4? Okay, so please pause the video and try to do this exercise first. Okay, pause it now. Okay class, so before you continue with this video, I hope you have already got the answers on your own before you check out the answers here. Alright, so time expressions with since. Okay, since must be a starting point. Okay, mesti satu bentuk starting point. Okay, the answer here is yesterday, semalam, last week, minggu lepas, 10th June, 10 Jun, 1995, tahun 1995, she was a student, semasa dia seorang pelajar, and my birthday. Okay, it must be a point. Okay, dia must be satu, dia mesti jadi satu point, titik dalam masa. Okay, bila Right, for time expressions with for. Okay, berapa lama 2 hours, 5 minutes, a few days. Okay, 2 hours 2 jam, 5 minutes untuk 5 minit, a few days untuk berapa hari, many years, okay, untuk berapa tahun, a long time, untuk masa yang lama. Okay, so I hope you are able to differentiate between these two, and you are able to determine sama ada yang which goes to which. Okay, yang mana satu pergi ke since, yang mana satu pergi ke for. Okay, so we also have an extra exercise here. Okay, look at the sentence and answer the question. Anna and Jack have been friends since they were 4. When did Anna and Jack first became friends? Are they still friends now? Okay, so this is how to explain this is how to explain jangka masa ni lah. Okay, so the answer here is they become friends since they both 4 years old. Okay, sejak umur diorang 4 tahun, and they are still friends now. Okay, because kita tak gunakan past tense. Remember itu perbezaan antara perfect tense dengan past tense. Perfect tense biasa kita akan bercakap tentang perkara yang bermula di masa lepas, okay, tapi masih lagi berlaku sekarang. Sedangkan kalau past tense ni proses dia berlaku di masa lepas dan dah tak berlaku lagi sekarang. Okay, so that's why kita kata the last question here, are they still friends? That's why we say yes, they are still friends. Okay, so let's move on to exercise 3. Okay, for exercise 3, complete the sentences with for or since. Okay, so ayat ni dah diberikan. Apa yang awak kena buat ialah just pilih untuk isi since ataupun for. Okay, remember since is used when we are talking about starting point, bila. Okay, and for when it is used when we are talking about period of time, berapa lama. So question 1, the modern Olympic Games have existed 1896. Okay, di tahun Okay, number 2, England hasn't won the World Cup a long time. Okay, ini jangka masa. Number 3, table tennis has been an Olympic sport 1988, tahun lagi. Okay, starting point. Number 4, our town has had a sports stadium last year. Okay, so another point of time. Okay, number 5, Juan has been a Malaga supporter 7 years. Okay, period, jangka masa. So please pause the video now so that you can try to answer the questions first. Okay, pause it now. Okay class, I hope you have tried to answer exercise 3 first before you proceed with this video. Right, the answer for number 1 in exercise 3, the modern Olympic Games have existed since 1896, sejak tahun 1896. Okay, number 2, England hasn't won the World Cup for a long time. Okay, period of time, jangka masa. Right. Number 3, table tennis has been an Olympic sport since 1988. Okay, sejak tahun 1988. Right. Number 4, our town has had a sport stadium since last year, sejak tahun lepas. Okay, it's not jangka masa, it's starting point dia last year And last one, number 5, Juan has been a Malaga supporter for 7 years. Okay, untuk 7 tahun. Okay, so I hope you are able to get all the answers correct. Let's move on to exercise 4. Okay, exercise 4 is going to be a little bit tricky. Okay, Okay, before we move on to the question, we have to know how to do this exercise first. Okay, how long with the present perfect? How long has Joe been a swimming teacher? So this is when we are talking about a period of time or a starting point in time. We can also make it into a question, and to make it into a question, we must add how long at dekat depan dia. Okay, so the example here, we have an example here. How long has Joe been a swimming teacher? Okay, so to answer that, she has been a swimming teacher for 10 years. Okay, another answer for it is, she's been a swimming teacher since she was 18. Okay, so kedua-dua tu adalah jawapan untuk how long. How long tu berapa lama. So how do you write the questions here? Okay, so that is exercise number 4. Write questions using how long and the present perfect. Okay, present perfect, if you want to make it a question, have or has mesti datang dulu sebelum subject. Okay, so mula-mula apa yang awak kena buat when you are writing the question, first you have to determine the subject. Okay, so the example here, U/B at this school. So the subject here is you. Okay, number 2, what you have to do is determine the verb. Okay, so the verb here is be. Right, number 3, write your sentence starting with how long and have. Okay, have mesti datang dulu because this is a perfect tense question form. Okay, have mesti datang sebelum subject. Okay, kalau affirmative baru dia akan terbalik, di subject dulu baru have. Okay, number 4, include the subject and change your verb from present to past participle. Okay, verb dia mesti ditukar daripada present the normal form, daripada definitive kepada past participle. Contohnya kat sini, be kepada been. Okay, and number 5, write the whole thing plus the rest of it. How long have you been at the school? Itu untuk contoh yang diberikan. So you have to answer the rest. Number 1, you slash have a mobile phone. Okay, number 2, you slash live in your town. Number 3, your parents slash know each other. Okay, and number 4, computers slash exist. So try to do this on your own first. Okay, it's okay if you got it wrong, never mind, because it's quite difficult, but try to do this on your own first. Okay, pause the video now before you proceed. Okay, students, I hope you have already got the answers. Okay, so let's check the answers now. Okay, number 1, how long have you had a mobile phone? Okay, had bukan have. Okay, have dia mesti tukar kepada had. So, kita tak boleh ada dua-dua have kat sini So, yang kedua ni mesti tukar kepada past participle. Okay, past participle have is had. Okay, number 2, how long have you lived in your town? Lived, How long have you lived in your town? Okay, number 3, how long have your parents known each other? Okay, the answer is known, bukan knew, because it must be past participle. And last one, how long have computers existed? Okay, jawapannya mesti existed. Computer is the subject. Okay, existed is the past participle of exist. Alright, so I hope you got all the answers correct. Okay, let's move on to exercise 5. Okay, in exercise 5, complete the answers to the questions in exercise 4. So what you have to do now, okay, berdasarkan soalan yang dah ditulis pada exercise 4, what you have to do is to write the answers. Okay, tapi jangan risau, most of the answer has been written for you. Okay, awak cuma perlu habiskan jawapan tu sahaja. Okay, for this question, okay, jawapan dia ni there is no definite answer here, but as long as you get the gist of it, okay, awak kena pastikan jawapan awak tu mesti sama ada is it a starting point or is it a length of time. Okay, so number 1, I've been at this school since. Okay, this one must be a starting point. So jawapan awak mesti dalam bentuk apa? Dalam bentuk sama ada tahun ataupun masa, bila. Okay, bila question number 1. Number 2, I've had a mobile phone for yang ni jangka masa. Right, number 3, I've lived in this town for another jangka masa. Satu lagi jangka masa Right, number 4, my parents have known each other for how many years? Okay, so kena bagi satu jawapan yang melambangkan jangka masa. And last one, computers have existed since. So this one you have to answer with one point of time. Okay, apa jawapannya mesti sejak bila. Okay, how do you do this? Okay, determine first you have to determine is it since or for. Okay, number 2, remember. Okay, since is used for starting point, for is used for length of time. Write your answer. So please pause the video now. Okay, try to do the exercise on your own first before you check the answers. Okay, pause it now. Okay, I hope you have tried to do the exercise on your own first. Okay, now let's check the answers. Number 1, I've been at this school since the year 2000. Okay, once again, I want to tell you this is only a suggested answer. Okay, cadangan jawapan. Tapi as long as you do it correctly, lebih kurang macam ni, jawapan awak betul. So, question number 1, it must be a starting point. So, it must be a year lah, mesti tahun. Ataupun, kalau bukan tahun, maybe you can also write since I was 12 years old ke, kan? Okay, it must be a starting point. Number 2, I've had a mobile phone for a year. Okay, must be a period of time, length of time. Mesti jangka masa. You can write for 3 years, for 2 years, okay, but it must be a length of time. It can't be I've had a mobile phone for the year 2000. It can't be like that. It must be a length of time. Right, number 3, I've lived in this town for 3 years. Contohnya, okay, 3 tahun saya tinggal di bandar ini. Length of time, another length of time, yeah. Right, number 4, my parents have known each other for 25 years. Contohnya, okay. So it must be a period of time. Okay, it must be a length of time. It cannot be a year, or it cannot be apa tu? Dia tak boleh, jawapan dia tak boleh dalam bentuk tahun ataupun a starting point. It must be length of time. Okay, last one, computers have existed since 1946, starting point. So yang ini 1946, yang ini memang saya Google. The first computer was built in the year 1946. Okay, so I hope you got all the answers correct. Okay, now let's move on to the last exercise, exercise 6. Okay, for exercise 6, what you have to do is to do all of the questions. Okay, the question is going to involve everything from exercise 1 to 5. Okay, so let's read the text first. Okay, Lucy, you look happy. What happened? Okay, you have to determine whether is it has or have. Okay, that is for question number 1. Right, and then Nina, I've won or win a game of chess against Adam Green. So question number 2, you have to check for which one is the past participle. Okay, is it won or win? Okay, that's question number 2. Okay, let's continue. Lucy, who's Adam Green? Okay, Nina said he's been or was the school chess champion. Okay, so that's question number 3. You have to determine whether is it a past tense or perfect tense. Okay, remember his tu adalah singkatan kepada he has. Okay, so is it he has been or he has was? Okay, so you determine, you decide for question number 3. Okay, number 4, since or for 2 years. Okay, you have to determine whether is it since or for 2 years. Okay, it's a period of time, it's a length of time. Okay, let's continue. Lucy, how long you have or have you been in the chess team? Remember the question form, which one has to come first? So you have to decide whether for question number 5, is it you have or have you? Okay, Nina, next one, Nina, only for question number 6, is it for or since January? Okay, it's a starting point, so determine lah, you have to determine on your own, is it for or since? Okay, Lucy again, well done. Okay, Nina said, oh look, he's sent or sent. Okay, so this one, which one is the past participle? Okay, remember his tu adalah he has. Okay, is the short form for he has. Me a message. Okay, let's continue. Lucy, what does it say? Nina, congratulations, you got or have got. Okay, better since we last have played or played. Okay, so dua-dua ni jawapan dia kena pilih sendirilah. Is it got or have got? Got is a past tense, while have got is a perfect tense. Have played is a perfect tense, while played is a past tense. So you have to determine. Okay, try to answer question 1 to 9 on your own first. Okay, before you continue with the answers to the questions. So pause the video now. Okay class, so I hope you have already answered all the questions. Okay, so here let's look at the answers now. Right, number 1, the answer is has. Okay, what has happened? Okay, that is for number 1. Number 2, I've won a game of chess against Adam Green. I've won. Okay, that's the answer. Okay, for number 3, he has been the school chess champion. That is for number 3, been, yeah. School chess champion. Okay, the answer for number 4 is for 2 years. Okay, number 5, how long? Okay, this is a question form, remember, so the answer must be have you been in the chess team? Okay, number 6, only since January, so that is the answer for number 6, since. Number 7, oh look, he has sent. Okay, the answer is sent me a message. Okay, number 8, congratulations, you have got. Okay, the answer is have got better. Okay, since we last. Okay, the last one is played. Okay, that's the answer. Alright, so I hope you got all of these answers correct. Okay, so okay, let's move on. Okay, so I guess that is it for today's lesson. Okay, I hope you are able to differentiate between the usage of since and for together with present perfect tense. Okay, so to check whether you are able to understand properly this topic, okay, you can do the exercise on your Pulse 2 workbook, Unit 8, Grammar 1. Okay, this is on page 65 of your Pulse 2 workbook. Okay, please send me the pictures of your work in Google Classroom. I will create the post for you to send your work there. Okay, so but you don't have to send me the pictures of your exercise of the exercise in your textbook, the one that we just did just now. Okay, you don't have to send me the pictures for that, but what you have to do is send me the pictures of your work in your workbook, page 65. Okay, so if you have any questions, please ask me. Okay, especially during our period for lesson today. Okay, so if I guess that's it for today's video. Right, thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.